Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new demo. Today we have the Deep Wilds Mount Adoption License. We have 15 new mounts to unlock, so let's dive into it. I haven't seen any of these. Ooh, Aurene's Prismatic Griffon. Very nice. We have the Renegade Warclaw. That's okay. Pretty cool. I like the orange and black pattern. There's 3 Warclaws? Wow. Ooh, Alluring Devilfish. I like this guy. That's very cool. The Lucent Long Ear. Quite nice. I believe these are all... This is the same as the usual pricing. So 1200 for a guaranteed, 400 for a random, or 5100 for all 15. And there is the Darkmist Terror, the Darkmist Skyscale there. Looks a little much for me, but we'll see when you dye it. The Exalted Wayseeker. Not a huge fan of the Exalted set that they do. It's a little bit, again, just a bit too bright for me. The Exo Suit Warclaw, that's pretty cool. Using the more feline one that we had for, I think it's the Guild. Warclaw has that. Ooh. The Dark Matter Raptor. That's pretty cool too. Nice. A lot of cool skins today. The Striped Grimalkin. This is the final Warclaw. Very cool. The Stormscale. Ooh, that is quite nice. Is that all the Skyscales? That's all the Skyscales. And that's all the Griffons and Macaw. Very nice. Now we just have a Raptor, which is the Kintsugi Raptor. Oh, this is the pottery one. I love this one. This is a really cool set. We got this in the Jackal, I think. And now we have the Dappled Reef Glaucus, which is also very nice. Pretty much a reskin, though. Taiga Lupine. Also quite cool. And finally, the last beetle, the Great Lavashell. Ooh, that is awesome. Right, let's dive into all the different dyes for each of these mounts, and we'll see how it goes from there. Right, let's start off with the Raptors. Here is the Black Matter Raptor in extremely bright dye pattern. It looks really weird. This is like Pyre and Imperial or something, or not Imperial, maybe Bone or something like that. I don't know. From the Canthan Raptor. We have this trace effect here. As you can see, nothing too fancy with the mount up or the mount down. Just that little spotty trail effect. And let's have a look at the dyes. So yes, this is Eternal Ice, Golden Line, Pyre, Golden Line. I kind of like that Pyre though. It's very contrasting of the Golden Line. Defaults we have we have Shadow Purple, Shadow Turquoise, Shadow Abyss, and Resolution, and it looks really, really nice. There we are there. We also have full Shadow Abyss here. So there's really no external color that's not affected by the dye. Maybe the reins, that's about it. And the saddle seems to all be affected. Maybe, yeah, I think it's everything seems to be affected. Okay. So top left we have the main part of the body. Top right we have that little layer on top, the kind of floaty gaseous layer. Bottom left we have a highlight layer. That's actually really cool. Shadow Abyss with Destroyer Orange. I like that. This feels like a really good skin for Halloween. And then we also have the bottom right is going to be all the aura and effects. So the bubbly bits and the little wispy bits all over. There we go. Yeah, I quite like this. Maybe, what's that like? It's pretty cool. There we are. Let's move on to the next one. So here's the Kintsugi, I think it is, Raptor, which is the pottery one. This is a very interesting design too. The Shadow Abyss and the Destroyer Orange looks interesting. I think the sound design sounds a bit different. It sounds more hollow. But apart from the look, there's nothing different. No different mount up, no different engage, no different mount down. It's just all default. So yeah, it's just all the default. So let's have a look at the dies. First the default, which is Icing, Gold, Summer Sky, and Breeze. And that's this here. Looks really, really nice. All Shadow Abyss is very... Oh, I didn't hit apply. It's very glossy. I think that's the right word. And the cracks are a little wider than you'd think. Also, the saddle on the harness are not affected. Right, top left with the main body. Top right we have the kind of the horns. We have the claws, and we have the teeth as well, right? Yeah. The mouth, the eyes, and the stuff that's used to hold the pottery back together again. Filament, I think that might be the right word. I'm not too sure. Top left, we have the legs, the tail, and the top of the head, and I think that's it. And then bottom right, we have more highlight along the sort of more armored portion of the raptor. Right, let's move on. I think that's all the raptors. Very good. Now for the Springer, we only have one to do today, the Lucent Long Ear. And it looks very nice with orange. Again, I really like that. Looks really good with the orange. Looks like it belongs in the Burning Forest over by Grothmar, I think. And yeah, it looks very, very cool. A little bit of a trail effect, as you can see. A bit harder now that it's daytime, but go in the shadows here and you can see that. No unique mount up or mount down animations, and no unique engage animation. Let's have a look at the dies. So this is a Midnight Red, Shadow Abyss, Sienna, and Destroyer Orange. It looks really, really nice. Let's go for default. So for default we have Midnight Ice, Valor, Lapis, and Imperial Gold. I don't know where the gold is coming in though. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it there. Okay, and let's have a look at just all Shadow Abyss. So you can't really see it in the shadow now, but there's that little hint of red popping through the base layer, which is interesting. And let's go through all the different channels. Top left is going to be the main body. As you can see, down to the tail. Not the underbelly though. That is top right is the underbelly, as well as parts of the saddle actually. Did top left do anything on the saddle? It did. Top left is the opposite on the saddle. Okay. Also got under the paws. Very nice. Bottom left is that tufts of fur there. And it looks like the red is going to stay all the time unless it's the next layer. But it's all the little small bits. And then, yeah, the red's affected by the bottom right. And there we go. That's all the effects. It's the eyes, it's everything. And it just looks really, really cool. With orange in there. Very nice. What's that look like with like a green? Does it look sickly? That's pretty cool too. This is a very, very nice Springer skin. A lot of good use you can get out of that, I think. That's even really cool too. Right. Anyway, let's move on. On to the Jackals, the Taiga Lupine. Ooh, this is a very odd dye pattern. It's a very dog style kind of, I guess that's Shiba, isn't it? Yeah, it looks a bit like a big Shiba. I don't know if there's a bigger dog breed. I probably should know that, but that also has that sort of like classical tail and everything. But it looks really, really good. Not in this dye pattern, but on its own. Doesn't look like there's any unique disengage or engage. No, we're all standard here. And let's look at the dyes. So currently this is Tarnished Steel with Lemon, Enameled Solitude and Abyss. Let's go for default, which is Abyss, White, Papaya and Olive Shade. The red is a bit weird on this, I think, but helps it stand out, I suppose. Ooh, the walk animation is really nice. Let's go all Shadow Abyss then. This is what you're able to dye, which is pretty much everything, bar the harness. Top left is going to be the main fur. Main body. Top right is going to be the underbody. So the belly, the front paws, the back paw. The main part of the head too. I think orange on the top right looks better than top left, but it's still too orange for me. So the bottom left is going to be the top layer of the fur, so the tail and down the neck. And then bottom right, I think it's just the saddle. It looks like it is, yeah. Just the saddle. And there we go. And here we go for the Warclaws. Here is the Renegade Warclaw. This guy looks pretty cool. This does look very, very cool. Oh, don't jump off the top. That would be very dangerous. Again, nothing really unique about them, just obviously just the skin. Quite a basic one, but still quite nice. This dye pattern, Midnight Red, Pottery, Sienna, and Black Cherry, looks pretty good. The default is Adobe Sunset, Shadow Blue, Glint Isolation, and then just black. Looks really, really nice. If you go full Shadow Abyss, here's full Shadow Abyss. Pretty much can dye everything as per usual, but a few little spots there on the side you can't dye, looks like. And then let's do the dye patterns. Top left is going to be the main pattern. And probably top right is going to be the inverse of that. Yeah. Very nice. Bottom left is going to be the highlight. That reminds me of the armor from RuneScape. That's what that's reminding me of right now. And you got the horns there as well. And then bottom right is going to be the mane, the underbelly, and the tufts of hair behind the front paws. Very cool. Let's move on to the next one. Next up we have the striped Grimalkin, which is very, very bright. I don't think this is even the default color, but the default color is something similar to this. So it is. So this was Shadow Purple with Grape Skull, Glint Isolation, and Strawberry Cream. And the default is Glint Sanctuary, Violet Ice, Brook, and Scenic. The Tundra, it's not too bad, I guess. Full Shadow Abyss is looking... Yeah, just the harness and everything you can't do. That's about it. Top left is going to be the underbelly, the ears, and the paws, as well as a little bit of the face. Top right is going to be around the eyes and the nose, as well as the main body of fur on the top. That little tuft at the bottom of the tail as well. Bottom right is going to be striped pattern throughout the whole body. And then, that's bottom left, sorry. Bottom right is going to be tuft at the top of the head, under the saddle, and the bottom of the tail. There we go. We have one more Warclaw left, the Exo Suit Warclaw. It seems to have a little bit of a sound effect when you mount up. Looks pretty good with the Grimalkin dies. Yeah, I think it's just a little sound effect when you mount up, and that's about it. Looks fairly nice, though. Let's look at the default dice. So yeah, this is Glint Sanctuary, Violet Ice, Brook, and Scenic that we had from the last one. And default is Iron, Pewter, Scarlet, and Golden Sheen. It's very nice. I probably would change the main body of the mount, but apart from that, it looks pretty good. With the classic red and sort of gold. This is full Shadow Abyss. And let's do individual channels now. Top left is going to be the actual Warclaw. All of it as well. Single color. Top right is going to be the main part of the armor, as well as the saddle. Bottom left is going to be highlights along the armor and saddle. Or bottom left, I keep doing that. And bottom right is going to be the hologram, as well as some highlights as well. Nice. And that is all of the Warclaws. Let's get to the Skyscales. And now it's time for the Skyscale. So first up we have the Stormscale. This guy looks really, really nice. Had this on Griffons as well already. And yeah, they look really, really great, this set. Really, really nice. Dies wise. It's got a very electronic noise to it. I think that's different. But there's no real unique engage or dismount ability. So this at the moment is Shadow Abyss on the top layer, Onset on the bottom. Default is Night Iris, Royal Purple, Breeze, and Afternoon. It's a bit brighter. I would probably go for a darker blue on the main body, which I think would complement the lightning better. Here we have all Shadow Abyss, so you can see the lightning is still visible with very dark dyes, which is handy. Top left is going to be the main body of the wing and around the neck. Top right is going to be the underbelly, some of the scales, as well as the tail there. And the underbelly as well, yeah. Bottom left is going to be the rest of the wings, that pattern. A lot of scales on the wings, as well as the head, front paw, and the back paws too. Or claws, maybe. Talons is a better word, I think. Feet, we'll say. And then bottom right is the horns, it is the eyes, and it is the aura and effect throughout the body, as well as the horns down the back. I don't really have very many dark blues, so it's kind of annoying. The indigo, the bloodstone indigo looks really nice though. Right, let's move on to the next Skyscale. Next we're on to the Darkmist Terror. This guy looks really nice with all the blue actually. And the purples. Very, very cool. Ooh, that's a weird effect. I like it. Very, very cool. No unique engage or disengage, anything like that. Quite default. So this is this Enameled Solitude, the Bloodstone Dark Indigo, the Enameled Solitude again, and Breeze. Let's go for default, which is Zafra, Freshen, Butter, Freshen, and Deep Glacial Teal. It gives it the yellow and blue vibes, which is quite interesting. Full Shadow Abyss looks like this. Very nice. I'm sure if you drop in like one or two small dies, it'll look really good with this. Right, the top left is going to be the main body and shadow. Top right is going to be the main part of the glow. Even that looks pretty cool. Just like Shadow Abyss at the top right as orange. Bottom left is the saddle and harness. And bottom right is just the eyes. Don't be just the eyes for one whole color, really? Wow. Yeah, I quite like that though. So I do. I'm just a fan of the black and orange, really. First up we have the Sunrise Macaw. Looks pretty nice. Quite dulled down. Got the long beak though. It's very, very cool. Here we go. Let's look at the dyes. So this is Midnight Red all over with Destroyer Orange. And then if we do default, it's a lot brighter. We got Strawberry, Banana, Violet, and Celestial. And it looks a lot brighter than that. It looks like a macaw. No parrot. Parrots, right? I think they're a type of parrot. They're definitely a bird anyway. So yeah, it looks more classical. All over on Shadow Abyss. Very, very dark. So it is. And let's do each channel separately. Top left is top of the body, the very bottom of the tail, and each of the different talons as well, the different legs. Let's see, top right is under the belly, highlights along the wings. Very nice there, actually. And bottom of the tail as well, and the cheeks. Bottom left is the lower body, as well as more of the tail. Also the gem on the harness, didn't notice that. And bottom right is literally just the eye sockets, I think. I can't see anything else. Just the eye sockets. And around the nose. Or the beak, I should say. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And here we are on Aurene's Prismatic Griffon. With the Macaw dyes. It looks kind of nice, actually. Quite nice indeed. Right, dyes over here. Let's go default, which is Glint Sanctuary, Blue Ice, Daffodil, and Nectar. Let's have that sort of light trail effect too, as you can see. Oh no. Looks pretty good though. Let's go full Shadow Abyss, see what it looks like. Look a bit weird, these guys in Shadow Abyss. Kind of greeny. I guess the sort of rainbowness, the prismaticness kind of comes off a little bit more when it's in a dark color. Let's have a look. Top left we have the main body. The ears are massive, wow. Bottom right we have under the belly, bottom of the wings as well. Let's say bottom right, top right. Bottom left we have all the prisms down the tail there, and some highlights throughout the entire body, as well as the claws actually, and the gem, and the beak, and I think the eyes. Yeah, the eyes. And bottom right is the aura coming out the back. There we go. Here we are for the Skimmers with the Dappled Reef Glaucus up first, which is pretty much the open ocean Glaucus, just slightly different. If you're only buying a select number of skins, and you have that one already, it's pretty much the same skin, unfortunately. Oh, gone too far. It does look really nice though. I really like the skin overall. let's have a look at the default dies. This currently is Tarnished Steel all around with Destroyer Orange in the bottom left. The default is Black Vision, Sunfire Lava and White, which looks pretty cool. Very, very nice indeed. And let's go full Shadow Abyss. Nothing really stands out. Top left we have the main body. Pretty much all of the body as well, actually. Top right with the ends of the tendrils. Bottom left we have highlights. And bottom right we have more highlights along the top. There we go. Our final skin for today is the Alluring Devilfish, which looks really cool. Very cat-like, actually. Isn't it? Ow! Hey! Stop that. Yeah, I like this one a lot. It's quite nice. It's very alluring. Default dies for this. Oh, this is default, so it's Fuchsia, Nectar, Thistle, and... oh, Orchid instead of White. So slightly darker, and that's about it. Let's look at the full Shadow Abyss, see if anything stands out. As undieable, not really, just the harness. Top left, we have the main body pretty much. The horns, the eyes, the front wings. Or fins, I should say. Top right is the underbelly for everything. And some highlights on the top. Bottom left is faint all along the body. It's a bit duller. And bottom right is top of the fins and the bottom of the tail. I like the shape of the tail, actually. It looks dangerous. So it does. Right, and that is all the skimmers. Let's go for the rotor beetle. First up, we have the Exalted Wayseeker. Let's give it a bash. Oh wait, I have my action camera on. My bad. Quite cool. It looks a bit weird at the moment, but let's go for the default dice. Here we go. This is currently Autumn, Black Cherry, Redemption, and Shadow Abyss. Let's throw this on. So now we have Winter Ice, Frost, Peach Ice, and then Golden Lion. So yeah, very, very nice to have a new Beetle set. And I don't think there isn't really any plain Beetles this time around. The two of them are quite flashy, which is nice, though I think I prefer the other one to this. God damn it. Why is this ravine here? So annoying. Maybe I do go this way, do I? I'm trying to remember the route. It's been so long since we've done a mount demo. Anyway, let's look at the default dies. Here we go. Or sorry, let's look at the dies in general. Full Shadow Abyss. There we go. Top left is kind of the main brightness. Top right is a layer above that to give a bit of a shimmer. Bottom, let's say top right there or top left, I don't know. bottom left, I always mix up. I don't know why. Bottom left is the armor. And bottom right is the harness and the eyes, it looks like. Yeah. That's it. Let's move on to... It's the Lavashell, I think it's called. Yeah, the Great Lavashell. Oh, that looks really good in Shadow Abyss, actually. It's got a little bit of redness coming through. Maybe 1 or 2 less Shadow Abysses, but it looks quite good. Let's go for default dice, which is Grey, Adobe Sunset, Cherry, and Abyss. Here we go. The Great Lavashell. Here we go. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, I love that trail. Yeah, that trail when you're at full speed, that is lovely. Really, really nice. Oh, I'm in the brand. That's not good. Very cool. Let's have a look at the dye channels, and then maybe a little look at the best dye pattern I can think of. Might try and make it look really lava-y, but here we go. So we already had full Shadow Abyss. Let's have a look. Top left is going to be the main kind of shell, and the head as well. Top right is going to be the 2 little arms and legs. There we go. Bottom left is going to be the belly and the antennae. And then bottom right is going to be the glow. Okay. Yeah, maybe Cherry is just the best, but this is just Midnight Red and Shadow Abyss rather than Abyss and whatever it was. I really love that trail. Really, really do. Really nice. Oh, I hit a tree. Very cool. Right. Well, that is it for today's demo, guys. Right, guys, well, that is it for today's demo. I do hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more in the future. Back later on today with the new Return to Long Live the Lich. Looking forward to that. And you can check out the giveaway. The link for that should be in the end screen. You know, join the Discord. The link for that is down below. Stay up to date with all things new on the channel, such as new videos when I go live, and a weekly screenshot challenge every Saturday in Guild Wars 2. And yeah, that's it from me for now. So until next time, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.